If you want a default ramp T side, there's a couple ways to do it. Like I was saying, you want a fast secret smoke. So this is lined up for that. Come here, aim right there in the middle, and just jump throw. You want to aim like right there. And this will smoke secret off a spawn. What this smoke does is it denies vision from CTs if they want to push secret to like peak bottom ramp. They won't be able to see this. The next smoke you need is some sort of top ramp smoke. So you can throw just a normal top ramp smoke where you just like, you come here and just left click throw at the top right of the A. That's just like a normal top ramp smoke, no gaps. Or you can throw a variation of this where there's a gap, which is what I recommend because you can end up phasing through this smoke. Actually, this one actually does have a gap, but for the right gap smoke, you just want to come to this railing, come to the outside of it. Don't come in this corner right here. Aim above the arrow like this and just left click throw. And that'll give you a gap on the right side that you can end up phasing through and using as a one-way against people ramp. If you want to throw a left gap on the left side, this one's a little bit safer to throw just because of how the smoke works vision wise. You want to just come underneath this doorway right here in this corner, come in between these two holes on the box, aim in the middle, and then shift walk jump there like that. And that'll give you a gap on the left side to eventually phase through like this. And the reason why this one's safer is that the sandbags will cover like the bottom portion of your body, so all that's visible is your head, and then the smoke's in front of your head, so it's like you're pretty much invisible. That's the safer smoke to try and phase through. Just be aware that they could see you if they like are watching right here. That's how I usually default towards ramp. If you want to take ramp control, some sort of fast secret smoke and some sort of top ramp smoke, either left gap, right gap, or just a normal top ramp smoke. The cheapest way to default towards ramp though is just throwing a rebar smoke because this accomplishes both things. It's just, it can be countered easier. So yeah, just a rebar smoke right here. Just want to come like this and then just run through a smoke on that wall right here. And this smoke does accomplish the same thing. It denies vision from anyone ramp if you're pushing into rebar, and then also blocks vision from anyone's secret into a main, and it also gives you one ways to play behind. So as a T, you can just throw this smoke like that, and then you can come here, jump up, and then eventually play the one way. But like I said, this one's easier to counter because all CTs have to do is just end up smoking off rebar if you default like this all the time.
So one of the ways I forgot to mention to taking ramp control when I filmed that last video is Big's way of taking ramp. They'll do this pretty often where if they have a good spawn, the first spawn will come here and end up mollying out secret, and then he would fall off instantly, and he'll come here and then just throw the right gap smoke. Pretty much accomplish the same thing. This smoke will block vision from the top of a ramp, and then that molly will prevent anyone's secret from running out. Yeah, that's how Big takes ramp. Smoke and a molly, a little bit cheaper, and you can do it solo. It's just, there is a chance you can get picked if the T has a really good spawn and you don't have a good spawn when you go for this.
Or you can end up late taking ramp control. This also works as well. If you want late take ramp control on vertigo mid-round, there's 3 ways you can do this, and they vary based on util. So one, the most util intensive way you can do this is by throwing a rebar smoke again, come in front of the box, molly sandbags, and then you get there like a self flash to your left and then peek this guy in the corner. Make sure this is clear. Once this is clear, you can come up here and then end up using this as a one way. And then the reason you throw this molly up top ramp is because if you push into here, you just can't see anyone top ramp. So you're gonna want to molly off top ramp if you're retaking this. This is the most util intensive way and probably the safest way to do it. Molly top ramp, rebar smoke. The next way to retake ramp control mid round is you just want to just a pop flash. You just come here to the corner of the box, find this dot right here, and then go to the left vertically with the edge of the elevator and just left click there like this. And this flash will land right here and it'll blind anyone sitting in that corner. That's the next way you can just retake ramp control and you just swing off that, kill people hide in the corner, top ramp. It's a little bit more risky. The third way you can take is actually cheaper and probably safer than that flash that I just showed. This way is actually a lot safer. You end up run boosting, and the reason why this is safer is because it draws the shot of an opper, which is likely to be here, and a rifler, and you can easily get traded like this. Because if you throw that flash might not blind anyone top ramp if they're not looking for it, and they could just easily re-peek into you. But this one's safer because it actually, by run boosting, you actually create more space, you draw the fire, and you have more angles to peek with versus just everyone peeking from right here. So watch, this is what you do. Come on top of your friend's head. Make sure you do it from right here, because if you boost above this box, you might get shot at by someone top of sandbags. So boost up right here, jump on your teammate's head like this, and then you just run boost out, and then you peek like that. And it'll draw the fire of anyone top ramp, because they'll just see like some dude flying across their screen. It's a really hard shot to hit. And then you'll also have like almost an instant angle to peek the guy sitting in the corner right here. So 3 ways to do it: either lots of util, molly top ramp, smoke rebar, or you do the pop flash, or you do the run boost. 3 ways to retake ramp control mid round.